Hey everybody, welcome back. Listen, I'm excited for you, but also I'm a little nervous for you because some of you are not gonna like me at the end of this video because this video has, well, it's the meat and potatoes. I'm gonna show you what I did step by step to create, by the time I got here, 150 sale a year business working 4.5 days a week. 4.5 days a week. And I'm going to show you how I took those same principles and created a coaching company that generated, I mean, we were coaching 500 realtors a month within the course of 12 months. And then I'm going to show you how I took the same exact principles and created a brokerage that is probably the fastest growing in Southern California right now. And at the same time, will close combined probably about 1,200 transactions in only its third full year. So listen, no matter what you say, or no matter how much you like it or don't like it, this absolutely works. It just depends on if you choose to work it or not. It just depends on if you choose to get out of your own way. Guys, you have no idea, because I've got a passion for helping people, but you've got no idea how many people come here and sit at this very desk and talk to me about how they want to better their lives and they want to make more money and they want to spend more time with their family. And all the time I'm just watching them saying, yeah, guess what? I can help you do it. I believe in you. In my head, I'm thinking this. And at the end of the day, when I start talking to them about the principles that it takes, it's like something shuts off. Because the fact of the matter is that I don't believe most people are ready to hear what I like to call this talk. I'm going to call it truth, okay? And since it's 2014, we're going to call this talk #truth. So if you're taking notes, go ahead and write that down, #truth. So hopefully that resonates. Because the truth is that the truth sometimes hurts. But as you heard before, the truth will actually set you free. Listen, guys, I'm going to show you what the fundamental problem is in the real estate industry today. From the top down, from the leadership to the management to the agent to everybody. I'm going to show it to you right now. It's gonna smack you in the mouth so hard, but then you've got a choice to either get back up and go, okay, that hurt, but it was the truth, or you can go, that Danny guy is stupid. Either one is perfectly fine. The results have proven that this works. And if you've been following me, you know that it absolutely works, okay? Because what I'm going to show you is step by step what I've done. And as a matter of fact, I'm tired of telling you that I'm going to show you. Why don't I just show you guys? Listen, there are 3 phases to building a successful real estate career. There are 3 phases to building a successful pizza business. There are 3 phases to building a successful insurance business. There are 3 phases to building success in anything in life. The first one, write this down. Write down the word foundation. Foundation, okay? Here's where the rubber meets the road, and here's where it also gets tough. And here's why I believe the National Association of Realtors says that on average, the average real estate professional sells, listen, ready, drum roll, 2 houses a year. 2 houses a year. Mind you, this is the average. That means that some people have got to do worse than that, right? But think about this for a second. How many people get into our business, right? They get really excited about joining the industry, right? They get their business cards with their names printed on them. They're really excited. They go out and they just start sharing it with everybody. Oh my God, I'm going to make it. This is it. I'm going to create financial freedom. I'm sick and tired of my boss. I'm going to be my own boss now. And all of a sudden, the National Association of Realtors says that the average person sells 2 houses. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? Is because I believe that most agents don't build a solid foundation in their business. And when we talk about foundation, where do we get the foundation from? I'll tell you, this is what my coach Mike Ferry taught me. You may not like it, but it's worked. Remember, 150 sales a year, 4.5 days a week work, 500 coaching clients, and now a business of brokers that will close 1,200 transactions in the first 3 years. So you can't deny it, it works, okay? Number 1, write down sales skills. Sales skills. Okay? Sales skills. That's number 1. The art of communication is everything, my friend. It's everything. Whether you want to go out and market to people, whether you want to go out and put ads to people, or whether you want to go out and pick up the phone, no matter what, it is undeniable that if you work on your sales skills, then you will become better at communication. If you're better at communication, then you will be more confident. And if you're more confident, then no one will stop you from picking up the phone, or better yet, you won't stop yourself from doing it. As you can tell, I'm pretty comfortable here in front of the camera right now. Why? Because I've been doing this forever. You think I was this way from birth? No, it took me time. I had to do what? I had to practice. Specifically, number 2, write down role play. Role play. Role play is critical. Oh, Danny, but we don't do that at our office. Well, create it. Be the change you wish to see in the world. I don't care if nobody does it at your office. You do it, but stick to it and do it every single day. Guys, I went 4 years of role playing every single day, 30 minutes to an hour. 4 years. Now you can put any seller, any buyer, any client, any agent, anything in front of me, and I can pretty much, for the most part, communicate with the best of them, and I can handle any objection that comes up. Role playing. Number 3, write down prospecting. Prospecting. Oh, that's that stuff. That's that stuff that I don't like it when you guys talk about prospecting. Well, look, how about we do this? How about I tell you that that is the greatest gift that you can give yourself, to learn the skill of prospecting. Guys, the way I like to describe it is this. You can drop me off here in Rancho Cucamonga, California. You can take me to San Francisco, California. You could take me to Washington, D.C. You could take me to New York City. You could take me to Miami, Florida. You could take me to Texas. You could drop me in Brazil. You could drop me in Africa. You could drop me anywhere in the world you want. And I'll create $1 million a year business in less than 24 months. Why? Because I know how to prospect. I know how to go out there and generate business with just the phone. And there's nothing wrong with marketing. It's just that, guys, at the beginning when you're just starting your business, come on. You've got to realize that most people, when you're first starting the business, don't have the money to advertise, number 1. Number 2, don't have the resources and the staff to help you to get it done. And last but not least, number 3, prospecting is the most profitable way for you to earn a living. Because it doesn't cost anything but your own effort. Think about that for a second. That's probably the reason why most people are afraid of it, is because of the word effort, the words hard work. Number 4, write down lead follow-up. Lead follow-up. Lead follow-up is critical because everything is done on the lead follow-up. All of the money is generated during lead follow-up. So under lead follow-up, write down intense lead follow-up. Intense lead follow-up. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. You can be on the phones and you can be calling people and you can be, receiving all the referrals you want. But if you're not following up on these people, then you'll never have an opportunity to convert them. Remember, if you haven't seen video 1 of season 2, you can remember activities leads to contacts, contacts to leads, leads to qualified leads to escrow. Remember all that? Well, guys, you got to be amazing at doing lead follow-up. Next. Number 5, presentation. Presentations. Guys, I'm going to tell you what, this is a reason why most real estate professionals don't feel comfortable going after listings. And most real estate professionals start off working with buyers, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you'll never be able to get the best leverage out of your activities if you don't go out and acquire listings. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Here locally in our city, it's the reason why our agents in this office that have been in the business for less than 2 years are outlisting agents that have been in the business for 15, 20 years. Think about that for a second. I've got an agent right now who took 5 listings in the month of January. 75% of them expired. And yet there's some agents that have been in this business for 10, 12 years that won't take 5 listings in the whole year. Why? I'll tell you why. And please listen very closely. This is the reason why I believe 80 to 90% of our industry is truly just getting by. Truly just getting by. If you think about it, in our industry, to make a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 commission check, it's pretty simple based off of your geographic area and based off of your sales prices. So what happens is the human mind says, you know what? Man, if I do that 10, 20 times, I'm earning more than I used to earn at my job. And guess what? Life is good. So I don't really have to do all of this stuff. You're right, you don't. But I believe that somewhere inside of you, there's a little voice saying, I didn't get in this business just to be average. I got in this business to do something great. And the problem with this, my friends, is the following, is that this part of the business, okay, this part, the foundation building part, will take you a minimum of 3 years. A minimum of 3 years. 3 years working 6 days a week, every single day on these following activities. 3 years. If you've ever read the book by Malcolm Gladwell called The Outliers, he talks about 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours is what it takes for you to become a master at anything. If you haven't picked up the book, I highly recommend it. Well, if you do the numbers and if you work 6 days a week on these activities, it'll take you just a little bit over 3 years, about 3.5 years, to master these fundamental basics of building a foundation in your real estate practice. Why is it that the National Association of Realtors says that the average real estate professional only sells 2 homes a year? Why is it that in your office right now, 80% of the agents will not take a listing this month? Why is it that in your office right now, 80% of the agents will probably sell 10 homes or less this year? And why is it that in your office right now, 80% of the agents in their hearts got in this business for way more and are not truly fulfilling their beliefs and their desires in this business? I'll tell you why. It's because it takes hard work. It takes 3 years of doing this every single day. And I bet if you were to interview every agent in your company right now, you'd maybe find 1, maybe 2 that have actually gone through this process. And those are the 2 that kill it. Those are the 2 that have their cake and they can eat it too, right? Guys, the reality is that if you want to have a breakthrough in 2014, you've got to get started right away on putting these activities in your calendar immediately. If you follow us on Facebook, you know that at our office, we do this every single morning, 2 and 3 times a morning. We do this every single day. We do this every afternoon, and we practice this practically weekly. That's why we're creating lean, mean listing machines. The sad truth is that here locally, there's people that are even afraid to come to our office. I think it's because they're afraid of their real greatness and their real potential, but ultimately they use this as an excuse, is that I don't want to go through that. Well, my friends, here's where you kind of got to make a choice. Either A, you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, you know what, enough is enough. I want more and I'm a little scared of it, but I really want to achieve more and I really know that I can do more. Or B, you just kind of stick to the conformity of being average. And the reality is that there's other ways of doing business, of course. You can go out and you can do farming. You can go out and do all sorts of advertising. There's nothing wrong with that. And you can build a database, right? The problem that takes time and money. And for most of us that are just coming out of the recession, guess what? Number 1, some of us haven't been around long enough to build that database. And number 2, some of us don't have the resources necessarily to consistently go out and farm. That happens here, guys, in phase 2, when you can start leveraging yourself a little bit better. Oh, wait a minute, Danny, you mean you're not against farming and you're not against advertising? Heck no. Heck no. Pepsi advertises, don't they? Coca-Cola does, right? Steve Jobs did. Apple does. You follow me? Nothing wrong with it. But if you want to increase your numbers and increase your conversion ratios when you're out there actually farming and marketing and creating your brand, guess what? You first got to learn how to communicate with people. And I can guarantee you that 80–90% of the real estate industry has not gone ahead and put in the time necessary to become a master salesperson. So question number 1 for you is, what are you going to do about this information? Question number 2 is, how can I help you? Because I'm committed to doing that. And to be honest, I can't show you phase 2, and I definitely can't show you phase 3 until we all commit ourselves to master this. So here's my commitment to you. I'm willing to do whatever I can to help you. Find us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/realestatesales.tv. Shoot me a message. I personally respond. Or look me up, Danny Morel. Whatever questions you have, send them to me. I will personally respond to you. But all I'm going to respond to you is this. Number one, I'll guide you, I'll answer questions, but I will always go back to the foundation of what actually works. Guys, remember, if you learn this, if you put the time in to master the art of becoming a master salesperson, there is no industry, there's no place on earth that you cannot go into and absolutely create $1 million a year business, as long as your thinking is straight, as long as you're believing yourself in your heart, as long as you are being coached and being trained and being mentored by some of the best. And that's what we're here to do on this channel, okay? As always, guys, listen to me very carefully. Think big. Don't doubt yourself. You can do this. There's agents here doing it right now and they're killing it, right? Number two, expect big. If you're not going to expect big, what are you going to expect? Small? If you expect small, you're going to get small. And last but not least, go out there and act big. We'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.